see. Okay. Should be good. Okay. I'm not too worried about righty. Okie dokie. Alright. So I just wanted to do an editing stream because my attention span is not great. And really, I just want to get this done. Let me do a couple changes. Like that. Getting done. Okay. Cool. Alright. So, let the fun begin, I guess. Okay, do this. Go to the tippy top. I'll go there. Okay. Okay. All right. So we do this. Scooter happy butt down. And finish that.
For eternity. Darian's instincts took over. As the corrupted Ashbringer rose, Darian struck first. He drove his blade into his father's neck, blood welled as the weapon clattered from Alexandros' grasp. He fell to his knees. No, 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 no! Darian whispered, catching him, trying to hold him, as if he could hold back what had just happened. Korthas charged, but Darian would not fall.
Okay. 24, 25. So he runs.
Darian looked at the Ashbringer in shock. Dad? But how? Doorway, behind you, now. Darian didn't hesitate. He grabbed the Ashbringer and sprinted toward the path his father's spirit had shown him.
Okay, so there. Probably have this go back a bit more. Alright. So if we do this, it's already at the top. First off, always save. Always quadruple save. It's like rule number 1 with editing, I swear.
With a cry, he snatched up the Ashbringer and brought it down in a brilliant arc, cleaving the dwarf in two. The room fell quiet.
Okay. That. I swear at this point I should just go bionic with my frickin' arms. With how often they seem to injure themselves. Or how often I seem to injure them.
Darian knelt beside his father's body, the blade growing The blade glowing faintly.
I swear I could do an entire video of just all the mess ups I've done.
The blade growing
There's been a couple times where I've been recording and oh boy howdy, was I laughing into a tizzy. Because of how stupid some of the things that I've missaid have come out.
Darian knelt beside his father's body, the blade glowing faintly. It's too late. I was too late. Nearby, Zelix stood trembling. When will it be over? When will I be released? How many more must I kill? Another voice, familiar.
For some reason my headphones decided to be stupid. Let's see if turning them off and turning them on. Let's see if this works. Otherwise, I can switch to my other headphones.
Rang out. Run! Darian looked at the Ashbringer in shock. Dad? But how?
There we go. Do.
Doorway, behind you, now! Darian.
I may try and go whole hog and get the...
Darian didn't hesitate. He grabbed the Ashbringer and sprinted toward the path his father's spirit had shown him.
Okay, so we can just go to here, get to the bottom, and call it a grand old day. Save 26. This should be the end for this one, so it should only need to go
had not been lost. Hope that Alexandros Mograine could yet be saved. The next chamber shimmered with portals. In one, he saw thousands of undead. Northrend, perhaps. His father's voice again. Straight across. Hurry.
Okay.
Darien ran, and when he emerged, the plague land stretched before him once more. Renault, take me to Renault. Renault, take me to Renault, his father said.
For some reason recording this, my voice was kind of going out, and I don't know why. I didn't talk a lot, I didn't talk a lot throughout the day. Could just review it later at night. And my voice was just kind of going, no, father. Boop. Okay. Now, in theory, this should flow pretty well. I say should. Will it? I have no idea. But we're gonna hope.
Renault, take me to Renault, his father said. Renault was no longer a commander draped in red and gold. He was.
We do this. A little extended here. Throw this to the end. Always save. Always save. Okay.
Renault, take me to Renault, his father said. Renault was no longer a commander draped.
Okay. If I could actually keep my mouse steady, that'd be amazing. Yep. Up. Uppy, uppy. As some kids might say.
His father said. Renault was no longer a commander draped in red and gold. He was a child again, bare knees pressed to the wooden floor, shards of something broken clutched in his trembling hands. Across the room, a figure stood at the tall window, where sunlight streamed through the glass in golden rays, catching the dust in the air like motes suspended in time. She was staring at him, hands at her hips. Her silhouette was framed by the sun, the warmth of day unable to soften the chill in her voice. You've done a very, very bad thing, Renault. He looked down confused, his breath shallow.
Okay. So this is where I need to actually look at the script and edit that. Because the comic, basically, it goes, kind of shifts between Darien and Renault, but I figured it would be better to continue continue Darien's story, and then go back to Renault, because they end up meeting at Scarlet Monastery anyway, so it seemed like the better option. Part 9.
Only memory, only blood. The moon hung full over Tirisfal, casting pale light through the shattered clouds above the monastery. Within its quiet halls, the chapel was cloaked in a...
Wait, now I'm confused. Hold up. How does the section start with him at the homestead? Where was quiet in the late afternoon light? What the hell was part 9 then?
The chapel was cloaked in a haunting serenity. Moonlight spilled through the stained glass windows, casting colored patterns across the stone floor. Oh, it's issue 2. I'm a dumbass. Jesus Christ. Issue 3, part 9. There we go. Brill was quiet in the late afternoon light, the wind whispering through tall grass and trees that swayed gently above the abandoned homestead. Blood. Brill was quiet in the late afternoon light, the wind whispering through tall grass and trees that swayed gently above the abandoned homestead. Time had touched the place, but not with rot, only stillness. The Mograine home stood empty, its walls weathered but upright. The windows like hollow eyes staring into the past. Birds chirped somewhere in the orchard and flowers bloomed in defiance of the sorrow that lingered in the soil. Do I have... I don't think I have Brill footage. That's in Lordaeron. I have a very quick clip of walking through Brill. Is the Mograine home actually in World of Warcraft? Like, can you find it? Or like the remnants of it? Can you find the Mograine home in World of Warcraft? Oh. Caverns of Time. Okay. Ooh. I don't think I ever explored that. Well, shit. Now I need to check it out. How did I never check that out? I guess to be fair, it's not like I, wasn't really something that I needed to go and do. Now I have to check it out. Players can encounter younger versions of Renault and Darien, along with their father Alexandros, in the inn at South Shore. Close by foothills, Cecil will get a cabin of time. Okay. Ooh, that's awesome. Oh, is that when we go and break out Thrall? That has to be. Right? I'm pretty sure. So what we'll do... Close this. Do this. Fly. Mage would probably be the best bet. We'll see if it actually wants to load though. Crash? Yeah, it's a crash. Yeah, I figured it would crash. Because why wouldn't it, right? One day my computer might be good enough to not just crash. One day. That day is not today. I feel like at one point I actually knew about seeing the old homestead.
Okay. So we need to go to Caverns of Time. Theramore. Theramore would be the best option. Okay, let's go here. Here he is. So if we do this, grab invincible. Hours of time. South? South. Okay. I feel like I knew about seeing the Mograines in Caverns of Time, but it just kind of hit me that I could actually use that footage. But I don't think I ever actually specifically got it. What's going on, Playman? Wish you luck with the channel. Thank you. I've been very lucky with the channel. I am forever grateful to everyone who has subscribed and watched the videos and enjoy it. So thank you. Hope your day's going well. Or hope you're doing well. Because it could be night where you're at, for all I know. So we need to go and see the Mograines before corruption and murder and everything like that happened. I think a good video would probably be to do a what would happen if Alexandros was actually a good father to Renault? Okay, into the cavern. So Old Hillsbred? Old Hillsbred Foothills. Here we go. Yeah, escape from Durnhold. Watch them when I go to sleep, just as I'm going to do now. No longer play loud, just follow channels like yours. Thank you. I am glad I can help with your, hopefully restful sleep. I've noticed that it seems like a lot of people, maybe not a lot, but a good number don't really play the game much, but they still enjoy the lore. So I'm quite happy to be a part of people's daily lives in that regard, whether it's going to sleep or going to work or anything like that. Okay, so where is the Mograine homestead? That's the question. Might be over here. I know Alexandros is down here. Never actually looked into this. Just kind of surprised. Well, thank you. I was always worried that my voice would be too monotone, but I guess that works for narrator voice. Oh shit. Okay. Tyrion. Oh. Benda, Sicilian. Oh, that's so cool. What's going on, Nitro? Hope you're doing well. That's me. Haven't played since Miss. I quit before I even played it. Got like 87 and quit. That's fair. But I still like WoW and the lore. Still one of my fave games of all time. Just don't play. Understandable. I've gone through multiple times of not playing and everything like that, so I get it. As we prepare, that we prepare our loved ones, family, and friends for the possibility. Oh, you get the entire scene from the frickin' comic. With a few changes, but it's not Tyrion that's there originally, it's General Bendis, so it's Bridget's father. Not get too close, I laid a hand on it once, only once and never again. The memories of that day still linger. I surmise this object is a living embodiment of shadows, darkness. It is a manifestation, it is a void. Yeah, I am. I'm still shocked by that. I think I'm like 6 or 7 subs away from 10k, which is pretty cool. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. I genuinely never thought that people would like my videos that much. This is just so cool. How'd I never know about this? Yet you get to see the creation of the Ashbringer. Well, I mean, the conversion. Bruh. I must know, I will know. It is pretty emotional to, Alexandros. It is beautiful. What I felt when I touched it, the lice coursed through me and I through it, healed my spirit. And your hand. Your hand, it is healed. I just never can speak of this. Their enemies are many. They need not know we hold such artifacts. I have seen it. From this blessed crystal we will forge a weapon. This weapon will hold inside it each of us. When it is used against the undead, it shall cast them down, and in its wake it will leave only ashes. The Ashbringer. Oh, that's so cool. Crap like this I enjoy finding. Okay, so where is their home? Kel'Thuzad? No way. I didn't know you see Kel'Thuzad walking around here. Middlesbrough citizen. Is there anyone else hiding here? Jeez. Okay, so where are Renault and Darien? I think they're not Terran. Are they over here? In the comic, they're kind of secluded in their own area, so I'm not sure if they're over here. Nope. not allowed to go this way? I don't think I'm allowed to go this way. Darn it. Okay, so we can't go that way. So it says that I can defeat Darien and Renault, so they're not near Durnhold. Would they be at Terran Mill? Because they're not in the tower. I know that. They have an actual house. Actually, I don't know that, but I can guess. So... It looks like a farm. I don't think this is it either. Unless it is, but then... Let's see. Oh, boys. Nope, not here. Okay, so where would Mograines live? Is this footage absolutely necessary? Probably not. Do I want to get it anyways? Yes. I'm gonna be riding on top of this. It's gonna be the frickin' Legion mount, man. They're not in South Shore. Oh, wait. No, they might be. Because in the comic, they were overhearing Alexandros talk. So it might be... You might see them there and they're not actually at the house. Now that I think about it. Wait, what's this? No, this is just the... Yeah, it's just, never mind. Okay. Howdy, friend. Farmer Kent. Let's see if my suspicion is correct that... Are the boys somewhere around here? Talon, okay. We got one of the three. Since Tyrion's downstairs, that would make sense. No. So... Oh, the Caverns of Time are... The Caverns of Time are awesome. I really enjoy the aspect of being able to actually experience old lore that maybe they don't have time to really dive into as much in the game. I mean, the scenery is just gorgeous. Some of the RP stuff can be kind of annoying, but overall I really like it. Does it say... Okay, so I'm not finding Renault or Darien. Worst case, I can just use footage from just Old Hillsbrad, which I do have. But it'd be cool if I actually had the, you know, their home. Since they're not in South Shore, which is fine. The comic did come out a while ago, so things can change. Are they in Tarrant Mill? I can't wait to be able to play on settings higher than like 2 or 3. No, it's just a barn. Innkeeper. She hasn't been spawned yet. Okay, so where the balls would the boys be? Hey friends. Seeing Tarrant Mill before it fell. That's, I mean, I think it's awesome just to experience everything prior to everything going straight to hell. But supposedly, I can find younger versions of Darien and Renault. Supposedly. I thought they'd be over here, but, yeah, that didn't let me go there, so it's kind of out of the question. Oh, Lord Azeroth. What's going on, Orc? Some biscuit. They wouldn't be near the keep. Unless the, Google is wrong. Where can you find in Caverns of Time? Okay, so the internet lied to me, which is fine. It looks like it's not. Darren and Renault aren't here, but their Pappy is. What's going on, Mr. Lothar? How you doing? According to Google, when I searched, like, where's the Mograine home, it said that you could find younger versions of Darien and Renault in the Caverns of Time in Old Hillsbrad. Which then I just looked. Can you find Renault? How about that? Mograine. Are you saying that's Renault? That's not Renault. Show more. Access, blah blah blah. You'll encounter young Renault alongside other characters play a role in the Scarlet Crusade story. I don't think the internet knows what the hell it's doing. Is he just walking around South Shore? The only thing I can think of. So this was supposed to just be an editing stream, but I realized that I could possibly get footage of the Mograine home before everything went to hell in a handbasket, but apparently not. We have Harold the Bully. Ooh, got the Firehawk? Nice. Congrats, congrats. So far, I've only gotten Onyxia and Alar, which I am okay with. Alar was the only one that I really wanted. That's the Bully. Hillsbrad Citizen, Hillsbrad Citizen. Bring out the worm from Sargeras. Ooh, nice. That citizen. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Renault, little Jimmy. Oh, Sally Whitemane. Oh, okay. So then Darien is not here. Gotcha. So a few changes from the comic. That's really cool though. I have 5 characters, only 1 mount and all runs. Yeah, I can relate. I have many characters and 2 mounts. I did not know. I mean, I don't know. I would assume this is fairly canon as far as people are and stuff, but I didn't know that Sally Whitemane and Renault knew each other as kiddos. Okay, cool. Well, then I'll just use my brain is not functioning. Hillsbrad Foothills footage. Okay. But Darien is not there. Gotcha. Alright, so now we will go back to editing. Do. Mm. I was hoping to have this video finished and published by now, but life gets in the way. Do I have old Hillsbrad? I don't think I brought it in just yet. Okay, so let's do grab old Hillsbrad. Old Hillsbrad run. Broken down B-roll. I actually do like walking through. Okay, so it is slight. Okay, yeah, we can use it. So Sally and Renault's Lordaeron citizens originally. As far as I know, yeah. I know Renault's and the Mograines are for sure. Sally Whitemane, I never actually looked into her too much. Wowie in editing stream. Yeah, I don't have. I finished all the recording for the next part of the Mograine video, but I've been struggling with my attention span, and so I figured streaming would help me kind of focus on that. They're a black volcano class. If that's a reference to what I think it is. No, there is no black volcano class. But a particular person I know could play any class and it would become the black volcano class. I know, I know. I use Vegas. Yeah, Vegas Pro 18. I see. Yes, he is. Did you like the new Arathi Highlands story? I have yet to play the story, which seems bad for someone who focuses on WoW lore, but I get distracted. But I have seen the cutscenes, and I didn't mind them. I thought they were cool. I think there's some drama and stuff about it, or people aren't the biggest fans of it. Which, I mean, at this point, I can't say I'm too surprised that people are unhappy about something. There are other, there are always other C's. Absolutely good, buddy. Taretha, such a tragic character. So I don't think I need any more from that because it's not talking about Durnhold Keep. I guess I could just use this part. Not very happy with the context of that storyline. I didn't mind the cutscenes. Like I said, I haven't actually played through it just yet, but I'm not one who's gonna get too upset over any of it really. There hasn't really been a storyline of Blizz that I'm like, ooh. Yeah, sure, go for it. Spoil away. So we don't need this then. If we do, it has to be this. All right.
Brill was quiet in the late afternoon light, the wind whispering through tall grass and trees that swayed gently above the abandoned homestead. Time had touched the place, but not with rot, only stillness. The Mograine home stood empty, its walls weathered but upright. The windows like hollow eyes staring into the past.
Oh, Mimiron's
Birds chirped somewhere in the orchard, and flowers bloomed in defiance of the sorrow that lingered in the soil.
Jerk.
Renault Mograine.
Oh, it's that loud? My bad. I will turn that down for you. Sorry about that. I had it cranked way further up than I realized. But yeah, Mimiron's head, it's not going well. I've run it multiple times. I think on one day I probably did eight or nine runs, probably, give or take. And yeah, still didn't drop. It's so stupid that the Argarok base is seemingly abandoned completely during the Arathi Highlands. Storyline, such a cool base, and all Bliss decided to do with it was leave it to rot. I mean, there could be more to it. Maybe they have plans for it later on. Maybe they just didn't feel like adding it in. I don't know. Sadly, well, I can't say it would bother me too much. No, it won't work. Whatever. Okay. Like they say in the story that it's abandoned by the Horde, which is like, come on, man. I mean, I don't really see a huge problem with that. They say it's abandoned. Bases get abandoned all the time. Move on to something that's more accustomed to what they need. I guess technically they could have kept it going with a few hanging out there as like, you know, scouts and stuff or uh, spotters, but I can't say it would super upset me personally, but I can understand frustration. Okay, so here we cut this part, this, that. I mean, at least they actually acknowledge it compared to just not doing anything. So that's something for me, I guess. Shouldn't need you anymore. It's not a huge problem. It's just modern looking, awesome fortress. And now it's officially abandoned. I mean, sure, but it's no different than in, you know, our world where stuff can be looking fancy and new and it gets abandoned because of X, Y, and Z reasons. So I can see the frustration, but it's not going to keep me up at night. As surprising as it may sound, there's not really a whole lot of decisions story-wise that Bliss has made that, you know, frustrates me to the core or irritates me really. Okay. Wait, so I need like 3 different ones. Mograin's gonna keep you up at night. I have enough keeping me up. 9 times out of 10, I'll work on a video and then forget about it once I get it posted. Unless it's Malfurion disrespect. Where'd you go? I say there's been little things that kind of annoy me or just kind of go, why did you do that? But nothing major that keeps me up. And when it comes to like the lore that I've researched for videos and stuff. Favorite question. Oh yeah, the Gilneas against the Forsaken. That's a cool question. Doesn't that end with Sylvanas getting shot, and then she gets rescued by the Valkyries? It like culminates all into that, and then the guy who shoots her runs to Shadowfang to hide out. Something like that. So it's 12. Yeah, okay. It's been a while, but I played that many, many moons ago. And I have the footage. But if there's one trick that I've learned with my videos at least, is that oh geez, excuse me. That's what I get for drinking a double shot Starbucks, I guess. But if there's one thing that I've learned with my videos is that I don't stress over analytics. I don't stress over, I mean, a lot, honestly, compared to how I might have done it in the past. With my old music videos that I would make, I literally would post them and essentially forget about them. So Warlord Chromush is like, fix her, because Garrosh left him to guard the Banshee Queen. Yeah, that's fair. They're so good, those videos. Thank you. I'm still quite proud of them. There's a number of them that I've gone back to rewatch and check out over the years. I may go back and do another one in the future. There's a couple ideas I have for different animes that I've watched or different movies. Right now it'd be Solo Leveling for sure. Maybe Hero Academia. There's a couple bits from there that I've been like, ooh, I could use it with this song. But it takes quite a bit of time to do those, and I haven't really dove into anything like that in a while. Okay. This. So I do this here. Okay. Okay. Supercube is supposed to be great. Next big thing. I feel like I should maybe know what Supercube is, but I have no clue. I don't know if that's supposed to be a joke or something. Awesome, awesome. Oh, that's the name of an anime. Okay. Dude, I have not heard of that one. There's a number that I have heard of. I mean, there's like Fire Force, there's I'm working my way through Jujutsu Kaisen, which is really cool. However, I'm not the biggest fan of like how they did the layout of the movie into the second season. It's a very weird way you have to watch it for it to all kind of make sense. Oh, Darien absolutely full on anime look. 100%. That hair, super crazy. I do not want to know what it takes to maintain that hair. Yeah, Darien screams like anime protagonist. We do this, move this over. This. Up. Actually, how far back does... Okay, so if we do back here, back to here. It's a comic called The Ashbringer. I think it's, yeah. Yeah, World of Warcraft, Ashbringer. Yeah, I'm doing a series of videos on a character in WoW named Alexandros Mograine. And in turn also his two sons, Renault and Darien. And this is part 3 that I'm working on right now. I think there's going to be about 2 more parts. I have 1 more issue of the comic to go through, and then I have the rest of his stuff in the game itself. Renault was an idiot. Like, the thing is, like, had Alexandros actually cared and showed more love towards Renault, a lot of this probably wouldn't have gone down how it went. Because the only way that he was able to actually be convinced to kill Alexandros was because he was so angry at him and he didn't feel like he gave two shits. And it turned into resentment, turned into everything. And so, sure, it went to the extreme, absolutely. But had Alexandros been a better father to Renault, this would have been probably a different story. Renault may have still died, but I feel like it wouldn't have been how he went out. Darien and him might have fought together, and Renault could have died, trying to save their father. So, I mean, but yeah, Renault went down the very worst route, and he was trying to believe Satan, who was, Balnazar, Dreadlord, not a good person, not even a person. And so, like, they just took his anger and frustration and turned it up to 1,000. Yes, he was decapitated. Yeah, like he wasn't a good guy by the end of it, by any stretch. However, I can see, like, Alexandros is not innocent in this regard. Alexandros very clearly showed favoritism. He really couldn't give two shits about Renault overall. Like, he says that he does, but his actions speak louder than words. It was all about Darien. His reasoning made sense in the fact of, he sees his wife in Darien and he wants to be sure Darien lives to make sure part of his wife lives. Fair. However, he completely basically said, fuck you, Renault. You can just protect your brother. That's all I need you for. So, but yeah, I'd be curious what could have happened had Alexandros not showed so much favoritism for Darien and actually, showed more equal love towards both of them and actually gave more than one shit about Renault. Because he's definitely not innocent in this. Like, it's very clear. But Renault was also super young. I mean, in comparison. They don't specifically state his age, but I would guess late teens. Maybe early 20s. And if someone hasn't been, they've had that resentment building up for years and years and years, and then you can have a Dreadlord kind of poke that wound a bit more, maybe throw in some dark magic shit. Yeah, things aren't going to go well. But that would be kind of an interesting video to do, to see where things could have gone. But I feel like there could have been a few different takes or iterations. Because, I mean, it could have been Alexandros still gets killed by a, wave of undead. And then he gets still, same idea, taken an Naxxramas, turns into a Death Knight. Then Darien and Renault say, yes, we're going to go save our father. Then Renault maybe dies in place of one of the other soldiers who died in Naxxramas. Or, like, he gets killed by Alexandros trying to save Darien from one of the strikes, which then pushes Darien to realize that his father is very far gone. And so, I mean, there could be so many ways they could have done it that I think would have had more of a, like, I don't feel as bad for Alexandros as I probably should, because part of it was brought on by himself, but Renault is also far from innocent, obviously. But yeah, it'd be interesting to do a video, I think, talking about that. Can't wait to see what Blizzard is cooking with Duroc. Certainly curious. Okay, so let's drop this down. Thankfully, I only have one more section to do. I think it's one more section. I think all I need to do is the... Yeah, it's this, and then I have the final section with Alexandros appearing and, you know, killing him. Because Blizzard established that Duroc is supposedly a hell of a warrior. Even at a young age. Interesting. I'm quite curious. What the hell is the rest of this? He slayed a famous Hydra of Durotar on his own? Well, damn. That's not a character that I'm really familiar with. Is he in the Arathi storyline? Or is he just new and I just haven't seen him? Okay, let me scoot over here. Or he's just like teen, 20-year-old. Yeah. And Hydras are not known for, you know, being easy. Oh, short story, okay. I have been so bad about actually going to listen to the short stories. It's been terrible. Okay, sweet. So now we're actually at the... We're at the end. We're at the end game. Most recently we've seen a Duroc and Reza is in Orc Heritage. Duroc. Now I need to see. I've done the Orc campaign, or the Orc Heritage armor stuff. I'm curious if it'll ring a bell if I actually see him. It does not ring a bell, but I will say that hairdo is not doing him any favors. I feel like he should just let it hang. Oh, Son of Thro. Okay. Jesus. Dude has a crap ton of relatives. Sarok is great-grandmother. Okay. Draka. Makra and Card, Blood Fury. Okay. Interesting. Well, I would hope that he's a hell of a warrior with being Thrall's son. Probably wouldn't look too good if he wasn't actually, like, good at fighting. Okay. There we go. Give you. Wait, I restarted this. He had a crisis of everyone expecting him to become a shaman, but maybe he wants to be someone else, like a warrior, for example. That's fair. Parents have been known to do that to their kids. Like, I'm a doctor, your mother's a doctor. Why would you not want to be a doctor? I want to be an artist, Dad. You guys both throw on Agra, famous world-renowned. Oh yeah, and it's not like that's a new thing for parents or people to expect of someone's kid. I'm sure parents of or like kids whose parents are doctors or attorneys or some sort of big thing like that, to where their friends or relatives might be like, "Well, you want to follow your parents, don't you?" I don't know how often that actually happens, but it wouldn't shock me. Okay. Agra is now officially the Farseer. The Frostwolf clan Drekthar gave up his title to her. And probably like the Farseer of in the Horde. Makes sense. I mean, she is a badass, so. Hmm. Actually, I should have Scarlet Monastery footage. How do I not have Scarlet Monastery footage? Come on. There we go. Perfect. Did I walk through... Here's Fall, old SMB roll. There you are. Interesting that Blizz made both the children into Maghar because his daughter was really green skinned, but they changed it. Now they are both Maghar. I wonder if that was an outside the game decision, or if there was a lore reason or way that happened, or if it just strictly they just said, nah, we want to both be Maghar. Oh yeah, I could see them wanting to go Fel Corruption, since I know there's a hint of Legion coming back, or at least as far as I've seen, there's a hint of Legion stuff coming back. I totally didn't realize that. Actually, this shot will actually work great for this voiceover. Jesus, go me. Because Blood Elves are also getting rid of the corruption slowly. I'm curious if they're going to bring in High Elves. We probably want up to... Any of them gained original blue or yellow eyes. I would really like if they actually had High Elves back. Although, to be fair, it's literally just blood elves with yellow or blue eyes, which I'm pretty sure we can just do in the barbershop. I don't know if there's anything else special about high elves as far as physicality goes. Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't think there was a big difference. I was pretty sure it was just the eyes. And Blood Elf is more just a by name thing, if I remember correctly. Let's go here, up to here, fade you down, and fade you in. Okay. Oop.
They agree on the target as well. Reynolds' jaw clenched at the name.
Elf population is just so small, it's probably in the dozen. Oh yeah. Well, he said I think 99% of, either 90 or 99% of high elves, elves in general, basically got eliminated during the Scourge attack, if I remember correctly. I don't know why, but when I was recording this, I was having major voice annoyances. Just like frog in my throat constantly. No, not what I wanted. Alright.
Speed your way to Hearthglen. Round up a squad of our best soldiers, my lady, and speed your way to Hearthglen.
I do this like 4 times.
Round up a squad of our best soldiers, high above the monastery.
Okay, so that's fine. I think I did this another time.
He turned and began to walk away. It will be done, Lord, she replied, already moving to carry out his order.
Dalaran got blown up, so the high elf population got even smaller. High elf population isn't strictly blood elves that call themselves high elves, or high elves like Varisa. 90%. I think it was 90. I know it was a lot. I know it was a lot.
And speed your way to Hearthglen.
Okay. That. Mm-hmm. I was wanted to deal with Scourge invasion time. I knew that. So I know like Varisa. I think it's Varisa, right? Yeah, Varisa called herself a high elf, but she did fight the Scourge and she was there.
but the Blood Elves took the Blood Elf name in honor of their fallen brethren. So they didn't want to use High Elf anymore because they were corrupted or something like that. But then Verisa was a Blood Elf, but then she cleansed herself of the corruption and then now calls herself a High Elf again. That's how I remember it, at least. But my memory is kind of shit sometimes. So I could be also possibly wrong in that, how that all transpired. Yeah. Something like that, yeah. Because the way I remember it was Scourge attacked, killed 90% of their population. There's the ones who decided to keep the High Elf title, but that's because they were also cleansed and they just didn't want to become Blood Elves. They didn't want to change their name to Blood Elves for whatever reason. And then Verisa was one who was a Blood Elf, was corrupted, got cleansed of the corruption, now calls herself High Elf again because she's no longer corrupted, and if I remember, she looks fairly down on Blood Elves because of I think it was something like with their corruption and how they can't kick it. Their addiction to mana or fel. I think it's fel. Yeah, it's too quick. We do that. And their horde. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know, like, Alaria is in the camp of how are you working for the Horde with everything that they've done. Yeah, I mean, the Alliance very much burned that bridge with, I think it was in Warcraft 3 when Kael'thas goes to help the humans, and then you have a very racist human who hates the Blood Elves and throws them in jail. I think it's just for being a Blood Elf, if I remember correctly. Like, they actually helped the humans, and then he betrayed them and said, "Haha, sucks to be you." And then Kael'thas was like, "Oh, screw you! I'm gonna join the Horde." Actually, he joined Illidan, and then the Horde.
Troops poured out of the monastery below, led by a woman in crimson and steel. Their banners bore the familiar insignia of the Scarlet Crusade, fluttering like bloodied ghosts in the wind. He stood silent.
BRB.
Kind of interesting that Lorthamar actually fought against the original Horde, but now he's a part of it. Lorthamar's opinion of the Alliance is pretty hostile as far as I remember. Well, opinions can change over time, so it's not too shocking. But when I do a Lorthamar video, I'll definitely be looking into that and seeing how all that plays out. Maybe not much anymore, but still pretty loyal to the Horde. Yeah, I mean, I think in recent times, the animosity between Alliance and Horde leaders and stuff has dwindled quite a bit, barring maybe a few here and there, but on the whole, it's fairly casual.
Fluttering like bloodied ghosts in the wind, he stood silent, gripping the hilt of the Ashbringer. I still don't understand why you brought me here. Will Renault know what to do?
Oop. Yeah, so through his temper tantrum.
After siding with that crackpot Tyrosus, the Scarlet Crusade is the only true force for good.
Yeah, Renault kind of goes apeshit on Darien here. Like a lot. Everyone are now just like one big family. A very dysfunctional family, but yeah, for the most part. I'm sure they'll have something pop up to where it's like, oh my god, screw you Alliance, screw you Horde. I have no doubt. I look forward to when they bring back Sylvanas and everyone throws a tizzy about it. That's gonna be funny. Like, she doesn't deserve to be here. I just hope they don't bring her back just to kill her. I'd be a little upset about that. At least give us the three sisters fighting together and actually getting to do family things at least once. Like, come on. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so. Oof. About factions inside factions. Ooh, factionception. Of conflict, but I haven't seen anything in that direction. I mean, I'd rather have them do a slow build than just like throw it in there randomly. I mean, you saw what happened to Shadowlands. Imagine if Shadowlands had a 3 expansion arc to build up to the reveal of Jailer and Sylvanas turning bad to good. Like, that would have been so much better.
Darien asked, startled. We're family.
Yeah.
In a flash, Renault's fist lashed out, cracking against Darien's jaw.
Geez, I didn't realize how much was just on this one panel. Sweet Mother Teresa.
He advanced on his fallen brother, fury consuming him. His boots thundered against the stone as he kicked Darien hard in the ribs. Guard, get that cursed sword out of my sight. To the Ashbringer, flames licked from its hilt. You, dear brother, the weakest link.
Perfect. They compared those upcoming conflicts to Forsaken Gilneas War. Okay. I'm certainly curious what they have in store. I think they're going in the right direction for everything. One race or faction of a race. I mean, that makes sense. Like, you won't always have it to where everyone on one side hates the other side. I mean, you have Anduin, for example, who has friends in the Horde, like Bane and whatnot, to where it's like, I'm not going to try to attack him. What the hell are you guys talking about? They're Tauren, they're cool people. Stop being dicks. But no matter what, you're going to have some small faction of people who say, I hate this person or this race or this whatever for X, Y, and Z reasons. Just to add some extra conflict to the game, I'm sure.
High above the monastery, hidden beneath the
So we need to do this.
High above the monastery, hidden beneath the shadow of the hills, Darian Mograine watched. Troops poured out of the monastery below.
Actually, let's do this. Move this over. God damn it, bastard. This over here.
High above the monastery, hidden beneath the shadow of the hills, Darian Mograine watched. Troops poured out of the monastery below, led by a woman in crimson and steel. Their banners bore the familiar insignia of the Scarlet Crusade, fluttering like bloodied ghosts in the wind. He stood silent, gripping the hilt of the Ashbringer. I still don't understand why you brought me here. Will Renault know what to do?
Pretty sure I redid this.
Will Renault know what to do? Can he help you? Darian asked aloud. From beside him, the ever-present whisper of his father's voice replied, "Help. Yes." Once the soldiers had vanished into the distance, Darian descended from...
Okay.
Help. Yes. Once the soldiers had vanished into the distance, Darian descended from the ridge and approached the monastery's heavy doors.
Okay. Get that. Now we do the same thing. You. Move you. Copy. Paste. We can do this.
Inside, the great hall was quiet, emptied of its ranks. Two guards eyed him suspiciously but made no move to stop him as he entered. His steps were swift, his grip tight on the sword at his side. He found Renault in the sanctum just past the inner chapel. Renault,
Okay. Now we do the split. Da-da. 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 You go to a club where you live, how much do the drinks cost? Oh. I have no idea. I don't really go out. I don't really go out too much, but I also don't really care to go to clubs, but I mean, I've heard people say they're the closest that I've gone to like going out is maybe a baseball game, but club probably 15-20 bucks depending on the drink, maybe as low as 10. It just depends on what drink you're going for, I guess, because I'm not a drinker personally, so I just go for soda.
Inside, the great hall was quiet, emptied of its ranks. Renault, I have an urgent matter to... Renault spun...
What the bollocks? Oh, you bastard.
Renault, I have an urgent matter to... Renault spun around at the sound of his voice, his expression twisting into rage. You are not welcome here, traitor. You dare. How dare you show your face after siding with that crackpot Tyrosus?
Yeah, I mean it's stupid expensive. I mean, I know that last time I went out, it was, well, okay, last time I went out drinking, my friends wanted to buy me the drinks because they wanted to see what I was like when I was drunk, and I was like, that's cool, but just know that I'm not paying for the drinks. So if y'all want to see me get drunk, it's on your dime. I'm not paying for it because
I'm not a drinker. And so they were cool with that. And I definitely got drunk. It was quite amusing.
The Scarlet Crusade is the only true force for good. The Scarlet
Okay. But yeah, it's not cheap to go out. I mean, like a soda is maybe a few bucks, like $3, maybe up to 5 or 6, depending on. I feel like even that's too expensive. I would say about $3 for a just soda. But of course, that could change if you go to like a legit club kind of thing, where you got the dancing and crap. But I have no idea. Either way, it's not cheap. Especially if you go to the main city. Oh, screw that.
Tyrosus. The Scarlet Crusade is the only true.
Okay. So for here, we'll go to all the way out here.
The Scarlet Crusade is the only true force for good on Azeroth.
Then we'll.
What could you hope to mean by? No, listen to me. I've come to talk about Father
I like to go out 1 to 2 times a month. I'm very much the opposite. I might go out to like eat something or something like that, but that's about the extent of it. I do like to go to movies. I just signed up for the pass where you can see unlimited movies because I do enjoy going to those. But otherwise, I'm not a big social person. I'm not a social butterfly by any stretch of the imagination.
Inspiration rising in his voice. But Renault's what are you talking about? Darian asked, startled. We're family.
Go to rave parties. Nice. Never been my scene, but I can understand people enjoying that quite a bit.
In a flash, Renault's fist lashed out, cracking against Darian's jaw. He stumbled to the floor. I have no family.
You definitely would not catch me at a rave. I don't like crowds. And I tend to avoid people as much as I can. Like if I go shopping in the store, I will go there as late as possible. Or if I go, I mean, yeah, I'm very much a solo person. I've been single for many years, since I was probably 18. And then yeah, but I don't really go out much. If I do, I just keep to myself, do a solo thing. Don't really care. I like it when there's a lot of people. Oh, we're very different. I hate it. I am not a party person. Like if I go with someone who I know, I could be persuaded to, but it's far from my first pick. Like I would rather have you know, solo hangout or like, you know, one-on-one thing with a friend at home or whatever. But yeah, I hate crowds. I just do. Okay, so if we, how's it looking so far?
Reynolds, I have an urgent matter to. Reynolds spun around at the sound of his voice, his expression twisting into rage. You are not welcome here, traitor. You dare. How dare you show your face after siding with that crackpot Tyrosus?
I do know I wouldn't mind meeting a girl who's much more, maybe not much more, but more okay with going out to concerts and clubs or going out in general, because I feel like having that person there who really enjoys it and I'd get to hang out with that person, I could be more open to it. But otherwise,
Welcome here, traitor. How dare you show your face after siding with that crackpot Tyrosus? The Scarlet Crusade is the only true force for good on Azeroth. What could you hope to mean by? Renault, listen to me. I've come to talk about Father.
Last time, 2 weeks ago, one of my friends fell asleep in the bus and rode to the station, missed his stop. Another one threw up in the bus on his way home into a different direction. I mean, no good story ever started out with when I went to get a salad. It's usually went to a club, went drinking. So they make for the best stories, that's for sure. Or some of the best, I should say.
Renault roared. He advanced his fallen brother, fury consuming him. His boots thundered against the stone as he kicked Darian hard in the ribs. Guard, get that cursed
Okay. I made them go crazy. As a good friend should, I feel. Depending on the level of crazy, should probably emphasize. I'm good at convincing people. I've heard people say that, but I feel like it would be difficult more to convince me because I have zero drive to, especially do a rave or something like that. It has no interest for me. There's so many other things I'd rather do than go to a rave or some big party. But hey, it sounds like your friends made interesting memories that night.
Renault froze. His face went pale.
Sweet.
Something stirred. As the nearby guard reached for the ashbringer, green flames licked from its...
Yeah, if you have no interest in partying. Exactly.
weakest link.
Hell yeah, that's all that matters. As long as they had a good time.
Ribs. Guard, get that cursed sword out of my sight. Do you remember when we would grapple as children? I would hold you down until you blubbered, mewling like a kitten. Even then, your pathetic weakness made me sick. I have severed the trappings of my old life, and now there is only one bond left to be broken. You, dear brother, the weakest link. But something stirred.
Okay. Oh, man. Control Z. The goddamn saving grace. Okay.
But something stirred. As the nearby guard reached for the ashbringer, green flames licked from its hilt. The air grew heavy. Xandros stepped forward, unflinching. Renault stumbled backward. It can't be. Green fire roaring around,
No.
coalescing into the armored silhouette of Alexandros Mograine, clad in his Death Knight's plate.
Up.
Something stirred. As the nearby guard reached for the ashbringer, green flames licked from its hilt. The air grew heavy, charged with necrotic energy. The air grew heavy, charged with...
This part right here.
The air grew heavy, charged with necrotic energy. Renault raised his voice once more. You're a weakling and a betrayer, and the punishment for betrayal is death.
Okay. Move that back here. Oh, wait.
He drew back for a final blow, but a voice stopped him cold. Betrayal.
Okay.
Betrayal. Renault froze. His face went pale. Father? The
flames surged into form, coalescing into the
Split. Split.
surged into form, coalescing into the armored silhouette of Alexandros Mograine, clad in his Death Knight's plate, green fire roaring around him. You know a great deal about betrayal, son.
Actually, that works out well. See how this looks.
Something stirred. As the nearby guard reached for the Ashbringer, green flames licked from its hilt. The air grew heavy, charged with necrotic energy. Renault raised his voice once more. You're a weakling and a betrayer, and the punishment for betrayal is death. He drew back for a final blow, but a voice stopped him cold. Betrayal. Renault froze, his face went pale. Father? The flames surged into form, coalescing stirred. As the nearby guard reached for the Ashbringer, green flames licked from its hilt. The air grew heavy, charged with necrotic energy. Renault raised his voice once more. You're a weakling and a betrayer, and the punishment for betrayal is death. He drew back for a final blow, but a voice stopped him cold. Betrayal. Renault froze, his face went pale. Father? The flames surged into form, coalescing into the armored silhouette of Alexandros Mograine, clad in his Death Knight's plate, green fire roaring around him. You know a great deal about betrayal, son. Renault stumbled backward.
In the first weekend of August, I'll go to a festival. It's called the Weekend Festival. Fair. Like electronic music festival. Nice. Is it just for those 2 days, I'm assuming, or is it like every weekend in August kind of a thing? So I'm assuming if it's called the Weekend Festival, it's not going to be going on during the weekdays. That would just be a confusing name. Friday, Saturday? Nice. Well, hopefully you have a fantabulous time. Oh, yearly festival. Okay. Nice.
Son. Renault stumbled backward. It can't be. Forgive me, Father, I beg you. Alexandros stepped.
Let's go with... Oh, geez. I've been at music this entire time. Noob. Every first weekend of August. Very nice. Well, that's super cool. I have no idea what I'm doing in the coming days outside of I see my 2 doctors next week to see what they say about me going back to work, which I'm 50-50 on because I still get nerve pain in my arm. Better than it was, but it gets worse if I sit down for too long. Driving seems to irritate it, could be the position, but then using my arm, it makes it worse. So I don't really know what their idea is going to be. Last time I was partying 2 days in a row, first many hours in festival, then to an after party for 2 days. Jeez. More power to you. What can be done about it? The nerve pain? So far, we're just doing some PT, but I don't know if it's... So before the surgery, I had a legit dead nerve in my arm. So there was no reaction when he did the reflex test in my arm. And so I'm not sure if the nerve pain that I feel is basically from that nerve waking up and just not really sure when to trigger kind of a deal, or if it's something else, because Physical therapy. They just kind of help you try to strengthen your muscles and stuff like that for certain motions. And then, but recently my left arm has been, I think somehow I tweaked my left shoulder. So I'm not sure exactly what I did there, but I know I was feeling nerve pain down my left side at one point, which is less than fun. But I don't think that this current pain in my left side is from the surgery. I think it's just I might have slept wrong and I just haven't let it heal somehow. I don't really know, but the right side I still get nerve pain into my arm, into my forearm, into my hand, and sometimes resting in my chest. So right now it's just a toss up of what they want to do, what they think can be done. Because like the constant pain that I was having is mostly gone. However, if I use my arm too much, whether it's lifting something too much or I go for a walk and for the rest of the day my arm starts to flare up. And I know the more I use it, the worse it tends to get. And just sitting down for too long, it tends to start to have little pains in my arm and stuff. So I don't really know exactly what the hell they can do or plan to do or what, but I don't know. And the only like light duty stuff that they have at my work would be driving, which would be fine. But my arm starts to hurt when I sit down driving for too long. And at home, I can, laying down so far has been the only thing that's actually helped, which is great if I can stay home. But yeah, I know that if I go back to work, I'll most likely hurt myself. I mean, if they send me back to full duty too soon, but yeah, at this point, I have no idea.
Forward unflinching, his sword rose, and with a single swing, he severed Renault's head from his body. You are forgiven. The body fell. Silence rang in the aftermath like a bell tolling for the dead. The body fell. Silence rang in the aftermath like a bell tolling for the dead. Darian stared, stunned, trembling on the floor. Alexandros looked to him. Don't look at me, boy. Then, like smoke caught in the wind, Alexandros vanished into the Ashbringer's glow.
Yeah, blessing of a shaman or a druid. That'd be great. Although I'm not sure how much stock I put into like our world's shaman or druid. I'll take a Warcraft one for sure. Throw on some rejuvenate. Hell yeah. Regrowth. Healing touch. That'd be great. But what I need is a job that I'm not like injuring myself.
Darian remained on his knees, the world spinning. He covered his face with his hands, grief overtaking him. Dad, what has become of you? What have you become? The flicker of hope that had stirred in his chest was extinguished once more, cast back into shadow.
All right. Sweet. So that is done. Thank God. Okay. Mother Teresa. God. Why do I hurt myself? God damn. I really don't know what the hell I did to my left side. I have been saying that my left side just wants to catch up to my right side, so that is a possibility.
one thing that I was going to add, but I decided I'm just going to make it its own video later on. In Season of Discovery, they kind of change a little bit of the Ashbringer's history. In Naxxramas, instead of Darien grabbing the weapon and leaving and going straight to Scarlet Monastery, there's a whole quest chain now where Darien eventually gets the Ashbringer from other means and then goes to Scarlet Monastery to where Alexandros appears and then kills Renault. The monastery to where Alexandros appears and then kills Renault. But I just wanted to keep it to the Ashbringer comic itself right now. But I'll be doing a separate video, or I'll be updating this video later on with that part, because it's pretty involved. So with all that said, take care of yourself, and thanks for watching. And thanks for checking it out. See you in the next one. And thanks for watching. And thanks for checking it out. See you in the next one.
Fantastic. Been enjoying a lot of my Demon Hunter. Very nice. Yeah, I played a bit of my Demon Hunter. I've been using my Demon Hunter as my Skinner, which has been quite nice because Demon Hunters can actually kill stuff and not, you know, get wrecked, which has been super great. Because my Druid is kind of squishy, even though they use the same armor type. And my Demon Hunter is actually a tank. So that helps. All right. So where's my members? Members. Very glad the Demon Hunter's getting some lore significance with the upcoming Void stuff and Illidan coming back eventually, unlike Death Knights are just rotting and don't have any significance lore-wise. Yeah, I mean, after the Legion stuff or Shadowlands, Demon Hunters haven't done a whole lot. But to be fair, they can't really do something major with every class. I mean, if you think of it, Warriors haven't changed much in years, neither have Druids. Paladins have changed a little bit. Druids have gotten a couple of forms, but no real major lore significance outside of certain characters in that class doing something, but nothing to the class itself. Like, they're just expanding on Demon Hunter. I mean, I don't know where else you would really go with DKs as far as what to add. I swear to God, I should just go like with bionic arms at this point. Keep injuring them in ways I don't even know. All right. Shadowlands would have been cool to have them do something different with Death Knights, but like I said, I feel like had they done a 3-arc trilogy with Shadowlands, it could have done a whole lot more for, I mean, everything. But on top of that, so this one, issue 2, 3 should be this one, right? Nope, issue 2, issue 2, issue 3. Yeah, okay. Like, I'll forever say that Shadowlands, they completely bombed the wow, there's a word I'm looking for, but the presentation of it was pretty shite. Execution, duh.
Jesus. The execution of Shadowlands was crap. Like that's we can't really deny that. The lore itself was fine, I felt. But I mean, it could have the way they implemented it was shit. Demon Hunter's becoming relevant again with the void absorption stuff, for sure. But at the same time, DKs were also relevant, you know, in Wrath and then in a couple other things here and there. So in the last Titan, Illidan will make a comeback. Sweet. I'm curious how it's all gonna play out. But I'm very much looking forward to I'm more just looking forward to the player housing. I'm really curious how that's gonna go. Okay. And now, how long is this? $112.03. So just over 30 minutes. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, I remember. He's still the jailer of Sargeras. I'm sure they've been just doing some gal pal talk, you know, talking about their high school crushes and everything like that. That's what I'd be doing, obviously. All right. Well, now I got to get this rendered out, which there's no chance I can keep streaming while it renders because it'll take 70,000 hours. Illidan is such a giga chad. He's a cool character for sure. I look forward to doing the lore video on him, which I'm not looking forward to how long it's going to be, but I'm looking forward to actually diving into that for sure. But I think that's what I'm going to call it for today. I was able to actually get this done, and I can render it and get it posted today or tomorrow, either one, whichever one I feel like. But I'll probably dive into working on the next video today to try and get ahead of it. And then I can, should only be 2 more episodes for Mograine. Excuse me. Which I'm hopeful I can get done fairly quickly. That way I can have a little buffer for videos, and then I can dive into Sylvanas. Finally. After far too goddamn long. And then her video is going to be absurdly long. Like I have no idea how many parts it's going to be. I'm guessing about 6 hours. Yeah, it's going to be stupid long. I'll probably make her sections like an hour each kind of a deal. But either way. At least in the end of Legion, he left a message to his demon hunters saying that he wishes for them to keep protecting Azeroth from any threats, even if Legion has been defeated. Makes sense. I mean, Illidan only wanted to protect Azeroth. He just went to extreme measures to do it. Even with Malfurion didn't really believe him. But either way, that's going to do it for me for today. Thanks, y'all, for chatting and hanging out. And hopefully, peeps will enjoy the part 3 of this video when it drops. And he might hit 10k subs today, so that'll be kind of cool. I'll have to do a special stream for it. Maybe. I don't know. Either way. Alrighty. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you in the next one. Good day or night or whatever. Yeah, it's day here, but either way, I'll take it. Alright, man. Take care of yourself and hope everyone else takes care of themselves too.